guys, how you doing? Hope everything is well. Guys, come on, let's talk. Let's talk. This is getting ridiculous. Now, y'all know that the migrants, that's right, migrants again, is on Randall's Island. Now, I've been to Randall's Island for a very long time, like been going there, for a very long time. And it's a beautiful place. And Adam decided to put the migrants there where there's a lot of schools, a lot of wilderness, and it's a lot of things that's really beautiful there. Like a lot of people go, just to see Randall's Island. You got bird watching, you got people, you got water there, plus you just have the beautiful scenery. But you put the migrants there, and now the migrants are being very disrespectful as usual, just doing the freaking most. And I'm seeing like Adam is not saying anything. He's not saying anything about anything that these migrants are doing. It's parts in Manhattan. When we go to Manhattan, I'm not lying, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They have like on 23rd Street or something like that. I don't know. We just be driving. Like we just be all over the place in Manhattan. They have migrants all up and down selling merchandise. But the merchandise that they're selling is stolen goods. Yeah, it's stolen goods, y'all. It's stolen goods. I wouldn't buy nothing. I'm not buying nothing. I don't care if I see something that I like. I'm not buying nothing because it's stolen merchandise. And it's right out in the open. But it seems like Adam is like over it. Like, he's like, you do what you want to do. I don't care anymore. People better just get over it. And back to Rosedale Island. You have a lot, like I said, a lot of schools there. They're out there having sex in front of kids. They're out there, I swear, y'all. They're out there taking, like, it's water there. So these guys got on towels. Towels. Like they in the house somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they in their country. Like they did this in their country where they can do disrespectful stuff like this. You got a towel on, you brushing your teeth, you washing up, and what? In the water right there? Like, what the hell is going on? Adam, what the hell is going on? He's getting all of this that's happening. Trust me, people is really like letting him know, like, this is not going to work. This is terrible. Why are you not putting a stop to this here? Why are you just not putting a stop to this? What is he going to come with? Oh, I can't stop. Yes, you can. It's crazy. Yes, you can. They're on the lawn. They have greenery. Because in Rosedale Island, there's a lot of schools there. You understand? There is a lot of schools there. So they play soccer. They play, baseball or whatever. They're riding their scooters on the grass. They're chasing people down. They're just trying to intimidate people. Like, for real. I feel like, Adam, that is okay to do. You feel it's okay to have these migrants intimidating people. Why these guys are walking around in front of children with towels on, towels around them, brushing their teeth like they in their country. Like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? I'm not understanding it. He's very, very quiet about it. Him and Hochul is very, very quiet about this. They made this mess, and now we have to endure this here. And they telling workers at Rosedale Island that don't come there unless the police is with you. What? Now you got us where we can't even go there now unless we have security with us. police gotta escort us because the migrants are intimidating people. This is unacceptable. I'm not understanding this here. This is happening everywhere. Like I told you, where I live at, it's a borderline between Clinton Hills and, as a matter of fact, it's a borderline to 3. Clinton Hills, Clinton Hills, Fort Greene, and Williamsburg. They have that big, giant shelter. They're not doing anything there. I'm telling you, when I drive through there, like for real, they're just out there just, oh my God, it is so many of them. It's just so many of them out there just on their scooters, on the bikes. It's thousands and thousands of them. They're sitting there, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're just doing drugs right in front of everybody. Like, they don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not understanding, like, what Mayor Adams and Hochul did. Now, you got these men and women that's in these shelters, and you don't need security in those shelters, because security basically can't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying to you? Security can't do anything. Like, you can forget that shit. That is not going to happen. You need to have the police. Hire them. Hire the police and have them stationed there 24/7. Switch hours, whatever. Have them there on the premises. No, there's none on the premises. No, they cannot say they're there. No, I live here. I know. I go there all the time, and I didn't see one police. And if it is a police car, homie is in the car like this, on his phone. He ain't trying to see shit. He ain't trying to see nada. Nada. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I be wanting to, like, videotape it to show people, like, this is what's going on out here. Like, I mean, we see it, but I talk so much about it. I don't know if he purposely did that. Like, let's put it there, her ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just put it where she at. And I mean, it's a lot. When I say a lot, that building is huge. I didn't even know what it was. I'm serious, y'all. I was like, when we drive down there, I just seen a bunch of Negroes, a whole bunch of ninjas just everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was like, that's a shelter. I'm like, but the building looks small. I didn't know the building next to it was a shelter. But then you can see, like, it's big as hell. You can see them sitting around on the ground, and they doing this right out in the open. Right out in the open. So only solution that he's given us is that just don't go there unless you have backup. That's ridiculous. You can't go there unless you have backup. We can't go to Rosedale Island like we've been doing. Some people want to just go out. They've been going there for many, many years. You can't go there now unless you got backup. I want to go on my bike down to Flushing Avenue. I can't go down on my bike. I'm outbeaten. I mean, come on. I'm not no tough guy. I'm not a tough woman. I ain't trying to do that. You're overpowered. When I say this here, I'm not joking with y'all. Like, for real. Like, we have a lot of people that come from different states, different countries that come here. And before that, on Flushing was taken over by the migrants, that they're all over the place. I'm telling y'all, they're blocks and blocks. They don't went across the street. They underneath the whatever the hell that is. I mean, I don't even know anymore. And it's just so crazy because Wegmans are there. Wegmans, come on, Wegmans is a nice store. Like, you can imagine them just going to Wegmans. Wegmans probably just so over that. Like, they just probably saying, like, you know what, you have to have police there because they got to be tearing Wakeman up. Like, I'm serious. They got to be tearing Wakeman up. I don't care. They got to be tearing Wakeman up. But like I said, when I go down there, when the people from different countries come here in different states, Williamsburg is one of the places that they love to, to take advantage of. It's nice scenery. You got Domino Park. You got the North Side. Then they want to go. They walk. Most of them, look, these people that come from different states and different countries, they love to walk. I'm telling you right now. I be telling them straight up. I think you should get on the bus. Like, for real, get on the bus. The bus take you right to Dumbo. You know what I'm saying? Because they love to go to Dumbo. Like, Dumbo is a beautiful place. They want to go to Dumbo. But the way we tell them the way I tell them, because I have a, on my Instagram is Pinky0302. And they get in touch with me, and you know what I'm saying, like, I know it's kind of dangerous, but I have my peoples with me and whatever, and and I tell them how to go easily to Dumbo, because like I said, they don't be walking, they don't be wanting to get on the bus. Like, sometimes I be having like the Metro cars, because I don't take the bus or the train. Like, for real, I'm shook. Like, for real, no, for real, I just don't take the bus and stuff like that. If I had to, but I don't. But I be having like extra Metro cards, and I be scared for them. Like, for real, I be like, yo, like, it'd be like 2 girls or whatever, and I be like, listen, I know you want to get down there at this time, like this time right now, like, you need to get on the bus. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, no, it's nice outside. We want to walk, but I'm trying to explain to them, like, without being like funny or anything, like, it's not safe anymore. It's not safe, because that's the way I would tell them to go. I would tell them to go down Flushing and just keep on around the whole Navy Yard. You know what I'm saying? Just follow the Navy Yard all the way down. That's the way you get down there. You know what I'm saying? And cut over or whatever. But this here would really knock them off their feet. They'll be scared to death. When I say scared to death, because they're just not over there where the shelter is. They're across the street too, where the Navy Yard is at. They got all that covered. So now you got to pray that, please don't let these guys say anything to me. Please, please, please. Please don't let them rob me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all the migrants. I'm not saying all of them. But they doing the most. I spoke with this here when they first started this here. In Venezuela, they voted Maduro. He's gone. They want him out. They out. Y'all can go back. Y'all can go back now. He's gone. Going back over there to Venezuela. I'm not trying to be funny, but what I'm saying is they being ungrateful. They being so ungrateful. It's just really, it's too much. And to see what I see in Rosedale Island with my own eyes, to see that these guys is actually doing something that is we have never done. Like, we just don't get down like that. You ain't never seen a New Yorker be in Rosedale Island with a towel on, like they in their damn bathroom, and having sex out in the open. You may probably snuck it or whatever because it's so beautiful there. Whatever. No, this is a regular thing. Like, this is their home. They ain't doing it in a tent or wherever the hell they sleeping in or whatever. They're doing it in the open. And they actually see children. I want to see when Eric is going to put a stop to this. Like, it's just way too much. It's just way too much. They have no respect. And I want to know, why come all of them have scooters? How? They actually had to give the migrants, the students, like for real, they did not work. Don't be telling me, oh, they worked hard to get to school. Get the freak out of here. Like, that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Nah. Nope. Nope. You said that you was gonna have, you did, the scooters had to be with license plates that was registered. See, he said all this here, but guess what? He not saying nothing now. He not saying nothing. When I say nothing, nothing. He's not saying anything. All you see him doing right now, that I seen him do like twice, he busts like the stores that sell the smoke stuff or the weed or whatever. That's who's opening them up, the migrants. They're opening them up. They don't care. Even if you close them down, I promise you, they're going to be open next week. The door is open again. All they do is camouflage in it, and they don't care. They're like, you're going to get tired before we get tired. Like, you're going to get tired before we get tired. Because the more you keep closing us, the more we're going to keep opening. I don't know where this went crazy at with the weed spot, where they was giving out license to the guys that had felonies. I cannot say that word. Yesterday I was trying to say it. I still can't say felonies and shit. They said they was going to let them, you know, even though they knew damn well that these guys ain't had no money to buy a whole damn store. Okay? So all of these stores that we see supposed to have their license. And it's only a few. We know. We know it's only a few, because every time one will open, y'all will be on TV saying, like, this is a new store that opened and everything like that. Like, cool. But why come there's like 17 in one block? 17 in one block. I don't understand what's going on out here. It's like, it feels to me like we're going back in the 80s. I'm going to be real with you. Now, when I'm saying the 80s, listen, 80s was a beautiful year. Listen, I love the 80s. The 80s was one of our best years to me. Because I'm at that age where I know what the 80s was about. You understand? I know what the 80s was about, and it was the shit. You know what I'm saying? 80s, 90s was it. I mean, when the 90s came in, they came crack, but that was a mess. That was a whole mess. But the 80s, you had to remember the Bronx, Queens, not really Queens too much, but Queens was in there too. Brooklyn, and it was Queens, it was Brooklyn, basically the Bronx, and some parts of Manhattan. It was tore up. Like, for real, it was tore up, y'all. Like, for real, it was like vacant lots and, you know, people standing around just shooting drugs. And, you know, this is the way it seems like it's going back to. It seems like we're going backwards. I see what I seen back in the 80s, where, you know, people just so high, they just leaning over. What it is, what I'm trying to say is, being that, you know, you don't see too many vacant lots anymore because buyers are not having it. They're sticking buildings this big in the vacant lots. So these are areas that they try to build up, and this is what they're trying to tear down. Because when you have all of these migrants and ingrates that's here that don't appreciate, you know, what they have, they're just tearing it down. Besides the shoplifting, you understand, the snatch and grab, you know, come on, the other day, the girl is coming home from wherever she was coming from. It was 1 o'clock. Why did he assault her in the middle the middle of the street. I spoke about this yesterday. And this is how bold they are. You understand? I'm not saying all the migrants. I'm saying some. You understand? In the middle of the street. And you can see him running, like, fixing his pants. Like, yeah, are you serious? Like, what is this? But this is where we at right now. And then I can't see it getting any better. I can't see it getting any better. How? How is it going to get better? I can't see it. I cannot see it getting better because no one is speaking out. The uppers, the mayors, the governors, the activists, you understand? They're not speaking out about it at all. They're not speaking about it at all. They're just letting it ride out until all our stores is just going to move. We're going to be back like the 80s. I'm telling you. It's going to be boarded up. They're going to board it up. They're going to board now already. Downtown Brooklyn. They fixed it up nice. But the little mall they had down there, not the Fulton, not Albee. You know what I'm saying? I'm back where Albee was. You know what I'm saying? Albee was the spot. I'm going to tell you right now. Albee Square Mall was the spot. I'm not talking about that. But they had another little mall where they had, what's that store? Marshall's, TJ Maxx or whatever. They had that, and they had upstairs, they had a couple little things in there. Just going. They done ripped them off so bad to where they was like, I'm out. And it's gonna follow. It's gonna follow. It's gonna follow to where it's just gonna be a damn ghost town. You know? But they're building so many beautiful buildings down there. Like, for real. But they're building them. But then you have surrounding them, you have these stores that's going out of business. So it's gonna look weird. You know what I mean? These here buyers that's building up all these buildings don't understand, like, you know, downtown Brooklyn, if they don't get a handle on not just listen, I'm not saying like just the migrants is down there shoplifting, because it's once we seen the migrants was just snatching, grabbing, and just shoplifting like crazy, everybody joined in and just started doing the same thing. But you basically tearing up your own neighborhood, your city, places that we need to go shopping and stuff like that. You understand? Stores can only be hit but so many times. Like, for real, they only gonna be hit but so many times. So I don't know what Adam's gonna do, or Hochul, or whoever, you know what I'm saying, how they gonna get a handle on this. But we shouldn't be afraid to go to Prospect Park, Central Park, Rosedale Island, any place. We have to have security. That's ridiculous. And y'all really have to see Rosedale Island. Like, I'm really sticking on that, because to see a man in a robe, a towel around him, and he's like brushing his damn teeth, like, you know, he in his damn bathroom. Like, what the hell is that? You do that shit in your country? Like, what you doing over here doing that type stuff? We don't do that type stuff here. What is you doing? They gave you a place to in Rosedale that you could do that in. Why are you doing it outside? Now, I'm telling y'all, they told the people that, you know, take care of Rosedale Island, please don't come there without the police. That is sad. And I just felt like this here. I would have went straight to the mayor and been like, yo, bro, like, what you gonna do? Like, how you handling this? They should put up a barrier where they cannot come over there. They cannot come to this park. These here motorbikes that's tearing up the grass and all that there, they should stop that. Like, for real. That's easy to stop. That's very, very easy to stop. Put up a barrier where they asses can't come. be on a freaking, a certain spot. If you're going to come out, you come out through there. Don't come out through this way. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. I know I be on the migrants like that, but what I'm saying is, listen, I'm from the USA, man. Like, yeah, yes. I am a USA woman. I'm born and raised. I'm from America. And we don't do those type things like that. And we ain't appreciating it. With y'all, how y'all doing us? Like, you getting so much. And just taking advantage of it. They like trying to run us out. Should we go to those countries? Because I don't know. Like, it seems like we need to swap or something, because this ain't it. This ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. Like, for real. This ain't it. But like I said, like, when I go uptown, like to Harlem and stuff like that, I'm not afraid. I don't know what it is. I don't see that up there like that. I'm gonna be real with you. I like Harlem. Like, I go to Harlem a lot. I go uptown a lot, and I don't feel like watching over my back. I don't feel that over there, because they're a little more close knitted. You know what I'm saying? They're more close knitted to me. I'm just saying, that's just me. They more close knitted. I feel at home when I'm uptown. I like, for real. Like, I'm not afraid of uptown at all. Let me knock on wood, because I don't know. Like, like, God forbid, something happens to me. I'm trying to do that. God forbid if something, happen. I'm not trying to do that. But I do feel at home when I'm uptown. It's a little different up there. But when you go a little upper, towards the Bronx, I don't know. But like I said, when I go to 125th Street and stuff like that, do my little shopping, I don't feel no type of fear up there. I really don't. I really don't, because I've been going there for years. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about, like the Rosedale Island thing. Like, that shit was kind of crazy. Like, that shit is wild, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna go hit that like button and subscribe. Y'all let me know, like, like, I'm listening. Y'all cannot sit there and say, like, I'm being, racist. And come on, that's dumb. I'm not being racist, because there's black, Spanish, people from all over the world came here, you know what I'm saying? And I live in an area, I'm from an area, in my blood, I got all kinds of stuff in me, so I'm not being racist. What I'm saying is, like, they doing too much to where we came so far. We came far to get where we at right now, to have what we have right now. You understand? To where you can go and sit down and eat at a restaurant not too far from your house. You know what I'm saying? Walk a block or so. You know what I'm saying? We just got there. Now we can't even do that, because people scared to sit outside, because they rolling up on them, robbing them while they sitting down eating. Like, damn, I can't even sit outside and eat. Oh my goodness, like, it's just too much. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna shut up. Hit that like button, subscribe. Y'all let me know in the comments, like, how y'all feel about it. Like, do y'all feel like, you feel afraid to, like, go certain places, and like, just let me know. Like, if y'all, like, I know some people that watch my videos, they probably from Brooklyn or Harlem or Queens or whatever, Manhattan. Just tell me how your area is. Like, how y'all dealing with the migrants. How y'all feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Is your schools affected? Is your stores affected? You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go. Hit that like button and subscribe. Alright. Peace.
Were left, one woman dead and 2 others injured, but now many park workers say that they fear for their safety and the safety of others. And yet another Fox 5 exclusive, Arlisa Everett, details their concerns.
We Randall's Island Park is one of the most picturesque spots in the city, but park workers tell me the waterfront tranquility and their safety took a big hit with the opening of the migrant shelter last year. They say unauthorized tent encampments, complete with electrical appliances hooked up to lampposts, are a fixture. Open-air sex acts are not uncommon, and now they're worried about getting hit by one of the many speeding and trick-riding illegal mopeds.
Mostly a lot of quality of life concerns, speeding mopeds and scooters, a lot of just kind of littering, trashing of green spaces, so lawns getting trampled, gardens getting trampled.
Nearly half a dozen workers from the Randall's Island Park Alliance say half-naked men bathing by water fountains near children's play areas is common. This woman asked us to conceal her identity.
All in the span of 1 8-hour workday, me and other female staff has been sexually harassed, catcalling, whistling, somehow figuring out our names, blocking our pathway on their mopeds.
Darian is a sports field tech. His job is making sure the fields are in top playing condition. While he understands the need for the shelter, the white tent structure in this image, he says it's hurt thousands of city kids since it was built right by Field 81, which was their only place for gym classes.
There's 2 high schools, there's 2 charter schools, and a regular public school that used to use 81 Herc as their gym time. They'll come in and have gym. They don't come no more. They used to come and then walk down here, but I guess the migrants are so everywhere. I guess the teachers got scared, so it's like they don't come no more.
He says the joggers and bird watchers don't come out anymore either, and that the climate of aggressive intimidation is to blame. We saw it firsthand with this moped driver who made his getaway after riding right up to us on the grass. Now workers are being told to stay away.
We've been asked to just not work there without some sort of law enforcement supervision, just for the time being, for safety.
The workers tell me that while they appreciate the extra protection, it's not sustainable in the long run, and they worry that the damage that's being done here will take many months to repair. On Randall's Island, I'm Lisa Evers.